In a poem entitled The Initiator, Wesley Alexander Shaw writes, "We have to make our actions line up with our convictions in order to tear down walls and build more bridges. And that begins with each of us, right now, today, with the people around us."
The world as we know it is limitless. We are a culmination of ceaseless decisions resulting in an immensely diverse society capable of endless and essential initiative. But so common is the glorification of success and condemnation of failure that we begin to isolate our ambitions to a kind of uninspired initiative, simply a mechanism for attaining the status quo in institutional isolation. But initiative is so much more than repetition. Initiative is passion. Initiative is an unlimited spectrum of the most simple and complex tasks. Initiative is sometimes failure. Whether it be through animated speeches, creative bills presenting solutions to prevalent issues, or simply sharing musings about your goals and experiences, you took an impassioned initiative. I encourage you to take a moment of respite, live in the moment, and take the initiative to change, succeed, and inspire the world like you truly inspired me.
By spending these past 3 days here at KYS, you took initiative. You took a big step to enact change here. But by practicing here, you can take what you've learned and apply it to your communities and our Commonwealth as a whole. Initiative, the power to take charge and to act, is key to growing and prospering as a successful student with a voice. Therefore, I urge you all to take initiative when you leave this place. Challenge others' thinking. Participate in your school's programs and attend GFI and LTC. Just let your voice be heard. Thank you all for letting me serve you this conference, because this is my home.
Raise your hand if this is your first KYA. Now, raise your hand if you can remember your first KYA. There's a reason just about every hand went up. I can remember mine. It was 5 years ago, back in 2010. I was in 7th grade. I was writing a bill with 3 girls from my school about increasing the number of wildlife refugees in Kentucky. And I remember being absolutely terrified, completely unsure if I could make it through the conference. And yet, 5 years later, here I am, an officer. It's been an absolutely amazing journey. I'm so glad that all of you who are new here have decided to join us. The first step in any endeavor is always the hardest. Whether it's giving your first speech, coming to your first conference, writing your first college application, or standing up for what you believe in for the first time. There are more than 1,000 of us in this room. 1,000 people with 1,000 voices that can all work toward a common goal if just one of those people is bold enough to take the first step.
The exact definition of the word initiate is as follows. A person who becomes initiated into an organization or activity. To the new delegates in the audience, we say welcome. You have been initiated into a wonderful world of fun and accepting people. Just by walking through the doors of the Crown Plaza, you have become initiated into the world full of amazing leaders with potential that is matched by no one else in this country. Now that you're initiated, let us help you find your voice. Because every officer, advisor, and Y staffer in this room can attest to that your voice matters. And that your different opinion makes the world spin a little more than it already was. To the experienced delegate that has been to 10 Y conferences, we say welcome back. And we entrust into you the job of making sure every person's voice in this room is validated like yours must be a minute ago. You will soon be leaving the Crown Plaza, and for some, it'll be the last time you leave the Crown Plaza. And we have to ask of you to help keep this conference alive, but making someone feel like they're being here, that their voice matters just as much as yours was when you became a believer of the power and potential your voice has.
It would be really easy to start something and just stop. You could say, that's good enough, and quit. And though starting something is an admirable thing, it isn't the most admirable thing. Finishing something is. If you've read or watched the Divergent series, you know the word initiate as a new member of a faction. An initiate joined a new group and took a leap of faith, but it's not supposed to stop there. If Tris had simply stopped at the initiate stage, there would only be half a book. If we stop at the initiate stage, we will never change the world. Take the next step, become an initiator.
Initiator. The very first word that popped into my mind when I saw the word initiator was, well, actually at first one didn't really pop into my head, and I think that's perfectly okay. It can be as Miley Cyrus, the old one, don't worry, would say, an uphill battle, to be someone who can make things happen. I never really was, and still am not the type of person who can create things. But I pushed, and while I'm here in front of you all, looking at how beautifully sweaty all of you are, and I know that I'm surrounded by people who are better than I am. I'm surrounded by a third of the best and the brightest in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and I know that we together can initiate change in how we as teenagers are viewed. We can initiate that we are not the lost generation that the generations before us speak of. We can be the first initiators of change.
You're here. You've been working hard, and many of you have reached outside of your comfort zone. I thank you for that. We thank you for that, because you took the initiative to do this. That is what matters. You're at KYA where we have opportunities to do things that make a difference. That is what matters. You're at KYA to become an initiator, so you can inspire, so you can encourage others. You're here to learn and to impact your peers. You're here to learn and to believe in yourself, to believe in your opinions. And with these tools, you can help spark that initiative in your peers. And I promise that is what truly matters.
So often we get caught up trying to change the statistic that we forget that behind every number is a human with a story to tell. To forget this is to forget that we are part of something larger than ourselves, and the pain an individual endures weighs down us all. Do not worry that your actions will not be remembered. Act anyways. People will always remember the feeling when you reached out your hand to help, when you reassured them or showed them kindness and compassion. KYA, what initiative will you be remembered for?
At KYA, we as officers have tried to instill within each of you the power of caring, the necessity of passion. We have tried to dole out encouragement, have tried to pass the KYA torch onto you like an exhausted teacher tossing final exams your way. If compassion were a virus, we would gladly spread it. But determination is not a contagion. It is a value that must be learned. We can sit before you all preaching the gospel of willpower, telling you stories of our own personal toils and how we overcame them. We can try to inspire you, but we cannot do the job for you. Each of you, just by being in this room, have conquered some difficulty. You gave that prose speech despite the easiness of cons. You asked that eloquent stranger to yield to you despite the intimidation. You introduced yourself to an officer, a Y staff member, a girl sitting by herself in committee despite the part of you that begged you to stick with your school, your friends, your comfort. You've tried, and you've succeeded. You do not cease being upon leaving the Crown Plaza tomorrow morning. You will go back to the known and the comfortable. Do not let this erase the progress that you have all made. Go home and ask your mother what she cares most about. Ask your friends, the teachers, the lunch ladies, the tired-eyed adolescent at the McDonald's cash register. Answer this question yourself. Then ask, what can I do to fix it? When you embark on this final, most frightening, most important leg of the journey towards a better future, remind yourself what you learned here in these halls and take action. When you depart, fashion your drive into change the way you know best, the way I know you can, the way I've seen you do at this conference. Look around you. Look at your friends, new and old, your fellow delegates, bill sponsors, candidates. Look at yourselves. You've seen the problems of this state, and as you look around this room, you are seeing the solution.
We are the generation that has grown up in constant war and constant fear. And we're so afraid and we're always scared that the worst is coming from us. We cry and we scream and we shout for help. But in the end, there is hope. Because of that crying and that screaming, people hear us. And because of that crying and that screaming, it makes us all want to fight. We are powerful. We are the generation of the future. The future is ours. The future will always be yours. It's just a matter of trying.
We did not go to the Capitol today. At first, this was disappointing. The Capitol has always seemed like this magical place, and the thought of not going to it kind of upset me. But today I have realized something. Maybe this magic is not encapsulated in the rooms of the House and the Senate, but encapsulated within us. This magic that I always felt at the Capitol was not that old building in Frankfurt where history has been made. It is the new wave of student voice where history is being made. It was never the seats where old men sat for years before us, but it is the students who sat in the chairs while we were there who would be affecting the future before us. It was never the building that housed this magic. It was us, right here in this room. We house this magic. And this magic was here today. KYA, we don't need the Capitol building for this magic to be felt. We need passion, energy, the love for Kentucky that we took to this building. Today, you initiated conversation. You initiated love. You initiated respect for one another. That initiation, that first step in getting to know the others around you, that is the magic. And tomorrow, we are going to weave this magic. Or are we? When we go home tomorrow, we have the power to take that magic with us. We have the power to take that magic to our classrooms, to take that magic to the cafeteria table, to take that magic to the cynics, to the non-believers, to take that... Oh, it's working now. It's magic. Tomorrow, we leave the comfort of KYA. But also, if you asked me a few months ago, the comfort of KYA would have been this Capitol building. So are we really leaving the comfort of KYA? We take it with us tomorrow. But we must initiate this magic. We must start conversations at cafeteria tables. We must defend our neighbors. We must listen. We must speak our truth. That is initiating this magic. And when you do these things, KYA, you create this magic. You take this magic with you everywhere. And this magic spreads. This magic continues moving from person to person. And the more people we talk to, the more people we spread this magic to, the more people we initiate this magic to, the more this movement will spread. We are unstoppable, and the initiative is what is going to make us
move even further. KYA, we are the people we have been waiting for. We are the magic we have been waiting for. Tomorrow we leave, but we don't leave each other. We take each other with us. KYA, tomorrow we leave, but tomorrow we leave knowing that we are initiating a journey of magic, a journey of spreading the love, passion, of spreading everything that KYA means to us. We must initiate this. Thank you. Amazing bills. I heard some awesome people today. I had to have amazing conversations with some amazing people. Every single one of the people I talked to was just fantastic. So, unfortunately though, I cannot pass every bill into law. So, when deliberating on this bills for passage or veto, I must consider the following: our fiscal budget, constitutionality, lobbyist interests, the media program agenda, and finally, the thoughts of my cabinet and executive committee members. This is a difficult process, an even more difficult decision. However, after this consideration, here are the bills that have been passed. I'm going to say the bill number, the school, and we are going to do 2 claps, so we can practice. Perfect. 2 claps at the beginning for the first bill, 2 claps at the end for the last bill. So, bill number 22 from DuPont Manual. Bill number 33 from Kentucky Country Day. Bill number 20 from Community Montessori. Bill number 59 from Warren Central. Bill number 51 from Prestonsburg. Bill number 15 from Central Harvest. Bill number 47, North Oldham. Bill number 57, Sphinx Academy. Bill number 49, Owensboro County. Bill number 38, Collegiate. Bill number 21, DuPont Manual. Bill number 28, Heritage. Bill number 24, DuPont Manual. Bill number 42, Martha Lane College. Bill number 5, Atherton High School. Bill number 10, Boyle County. Bill number 62, Western Hill. Bill number 44, Meade County. Bill number 53, Shelby County. Let's give all those bills a round. So unfortunately, I apologize. If you did not hear your bill announced, your bill has been vetoed. If you would like a chance to override my veto, then please go to the Y desk for a veto override petition. You must complete the form to be put on the docket for veto override motion to tomorrow's General Assembly. At General Assembly, you must get a 2/3 majority vote in order for the veto override to be heard. At that time, I, as and Governor, will have 1 minute to explain my veto decision, and you, as the authors, will have 1 minute to explain why my veto should be overridden. Finally, you must get 2/3 majority vote in order to veto the overridden bills. This was a very hard meeting to decide which bills had to be overridden, so can we give a round of applause for people who have been. It is now time to announce your final candidates for presiding officers. This is important. Before the final candidates are announced, let's give a big round of applause for all of our candidates. Everyone campaigns respectfully and should be very proud of themselves. If your name is called, please come forward to the stage after General Assembly. So I'm going to name the final candidates by name and school. I'll start with Premier. 2 claps. No. Okay. Here goes Emily. Alright, so I actually was going to be doing the thing. Alright, so I will name, I was going to use your candidate's name and your candidate's school. Are you all ready? Alright, for each candidate, we're going to give 2 claps, alright? Drum roll. From Manual High School, Ian Todd.